good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this video from. Welcome to Great Trading Lab. Before we get started, kindly click on that subscription button, like and share this video. I'm going to be talking about the losses that I made personally this month, and the mistakes I made this month that cost me the losses that I had this month. I made a lot of mistakes on NZD NZD USD, and also BTC USD. That's cost me a lot. NZD and NZD USD didn't really cost me because I went on break even, but I made a lot of mistakes on my trade um this month. The mistake I made on my trade was actually on my take profit. It was not my entry. Okay, most of it was my entry, and most of it was my take profit. I'm going to be talking about the famous BTC USD. I talked about this previously on my past video on my YouTube channel. You can check on my YouTube channel. But why it's pretty much interesting in this BTC USD is because I invested on BTC USD, and but I did it wrongly, and I did it in a wrong position where I was not supposed to. Okay, let's jump into the chart. As you can see here, we had this movement. I caught this move after we had a retracement to this point. I caught this move here after I had this reversal bearish candlestick. I had this move here. We had a retracement, then the market closed daily with a bearish hammer before we had the bearish movement. So we're above, we're in this zone here. I'll be on this zone here. I was not supposed to take a trade here. You know, after a break there must be a retracement before we take a trade. But if we notice, I took a trade here. We had a little retracement, but we didn't have this retracement to this zone. You get, we didn't have the retracement back to this support zone, but we had a little bit of pullback here, and we had this movement. So I just felt that okay, we have had a little pullback, and I was thinking price was not going to get back to this zone actually. So I was like, okay, we are having we have had a little pullback. I think this is it. And when the market came up with, when I entered there, I got struck out, and the market brought out this bullish candlestick. I was like, okay, this is it, and I took the trade again. I took a trade here like 4 times. I took the first sell, I got stopped out. Took the second sell, I was on profit, and then let me just open it. I took this first sell on a loss. I took this this buy on a loss. I took this second buy on a I was on profit, and then we were supposed to buy again from here because I thought maybe we had a breakout from this zone already, and this was the pullback to this zone that we broke out from. I took another position here. I was also on profit here. Before we know it, Bitcoin happened. We had the major retracement that if I waited, I would have gotten this move and avoided these losses. And it is not good to buy on the resistance, like a resistance. We should always wait for a break and a retest on a resistance. That is how we are going to avoid this kind of a loss. Like, assuming I waited for, let me say, the market to close above this point before the retracement, then I would have been in a good position to buy this trade. But if we notice, we didn't have the break. The market didn't close above this resistance. The market rejected the resistance, and I didn't notice I took the trade and I got stopped out. But I'm expecting a buy from here that I'm going to hold till next year, like pretty much 100k. But I'm expecting a big buy from there. This particular one is aside. Let's go to NZDCAD. NZDCAD, the mistake I made on NZDCAD was my take profit. I made mistake on my take profit, but my entry was okay. My entry was okay. My stop loss was okay. Everything was okay, but my take profit was what brought me to this position on NZDCAD. On NZDCAD, I had like a good move. As you can see on the screen, I entered somewhere here. My stop loss was somewhere here, and then but my take profit was not here. My take profit was a little bit down here, This was where I was expecting the market to come down to. But funny enough, let me tell you why I said it was a mistake. This my target here, I made a mistake on my target, was because, as you can see, if I took my take profit to this point here, let me show you something. We have a rejection here also, and we have a good rejection here. Like as you can see previously, the price came down to this point, rejected this point, went up, came back again to this point here, break this point a little bit. We had a pullback here to show you that this place is a good zone before the sell continue. We had we also had a breakout here. We had a breakout here. Remember, the market came to this zone and reacted on this zone before this breakout, and after the breakout we had a pullback to this point. And if you notice that zone, the market rejected that zone twice. After we had this pullback, the market came up and also pulled back to the zone. We still have the second rejection. So this would have been my target. This would have been where my concern would have been. This would have been where I would have take out my profit, but I was targeting something else, and it would have still been like a very nice 2 points. I think I had almost 1:3 on this trade, because let me check on the 4 hours. My stop loss was, this is to be, yeah, on the 4 hours I took this trade somewhere here, and then my stop loss was somewhere here. My stop loss was somewhere here, as you can see it on the screen too. I sent okay, I didn't send this NZDCAD on the Telegram, but I posted it on my YouTube channel because it was like a personal trade I was supposed to take, and it was a different trade I posted on on my Telegram channel, which I'm also going to talk about, and also talk about the mistake I made on that particular trade. So if I closed here, I would have still been on a good 1:3, like a nice 1:3, but I didn't notice that rejection, and I did not, like, should I say, I neglected the support. Let me just use that. I just neglected that support. I was like, okay, it's not going to affect the market much. This market is just going to pull down to this point. But we had the good rejection from that point, and even when we had this rejection, I didn't still take this trade. I later closed here on break even. The market took me out here on break even after I've been holding this trade for weeks on profit, but the market took us out on break even. The next trade I took that like was a mistake to me too was on NZD USD. It is another crazy trade again I took. We had, when I first dropped this trade on my free Telegram, as you can see on the screen, we were bullish on this NZD USD. It was like a counter trade. I think the market was, we were expecting a break from here. As you can see on the screen, I posted it to my Telegram. We're expecting a retracement here. After this break, we're expecting this retracement. We had the retracement, we had the rejection, and then I took the trade. When I took the trade, this was supposed to be my target. As you can see here, we had price reacting on this zone here. We had price reacting on this zone, as you can see here. We have a lot of rejection on this zone. Even when the market broke up from here, we still had the retracement to this zone, but the market didn't buy from that point. The market broke below. I was just playing on this zone, but we know that this zone here like is a very good zone to push back the market up and also have a very good reaction. But I should I say I look this market less, or what should I even say? I didn't respect this zone. I did not respect this zone, and I paid for it pretty much, because we had the break and the retest, and we have a good 1:2. I think this one's a 1:2 trade. This would have been like a 1:2 trade, but I was still expecting more. From the trade. We had like a very nice hammer and a rejection from this zone. We had a rejection from this zone. We entered this trade somewhere here. If I'm not mistaken. I think I had a position somewhere here. I had a position somewhere here. And also a position here. I had two positions on this trade. I had one position here, and this was my take profit. The target here. I think this was my take profit. So I had the first position here, and then this is the second position. The first position was I think around 1:3, the first position, and then the second position was like 1:2. Second position was like a 1:2, but I was expecting something else. We had the good break and the retest. We had the hammer rejection candlestick, very clean trade, straight to take profit, but I lost this trade. And that is the most annoying part. I lost this trade. Why? Because my support was not correct. I got stopped out in this trade because I did not see that zone, or I saw the zone, but I did not know that zone was going to react like this. on this. I did not expect price to react like this on this zone, especially when the market changed to bearish structure like fully. I was expecting a full bearish candlestick and like a full bearish movement, so that was why I lost this trade. I'm still expecting a break and a retest here, like a counter trend back to this zone before like a break and a retest from here. Then we expect the market to get to this point before the buy continue, but that is for next year, because I'm not taking any currency pair for this year anymore. This year we are already done for this year, and next year we are going to come back like bigger and more careful with enough discipline, because we are going all in next year. So this is a mistake I made on NZD CAD, NZD USD, and BTC USD. BTC USD was where I made my greatest mistake. You know that BTC USD is very volatile, and I had a couple of funds I invested on BTC, but I invested it wrongly, so I did not have the major retracement I was supposed to wait for, and we paid for it. So I'm expecting BTC to get to 100k. We are currently on this Bitcoin trade, but I did not drop this trade on my free Telegram because I was trying to look for the issue. After this loss, I found out the issue of this loss on BTC USD, which I posted on my YouTube video. For this trade, I'm expecting Bitcoin. This is my target on 93,000, but I'm expecting Bitcoin to head to 100,000 plus before or next year, or even before next year, depending on how the market move. So this is the mistake I made, and I am really sure it's going to help someone out there, and it's also going to help me on my next trade next year. It really took a lot from me, like emotionally, and seeing profit V1s, like you're not closing out on profit, you just have a little rejection straight to stop loss. And it did not just happen once, it happened like twice. So this is the mistake I made. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also don't forget to share this, and don't forget to join my free Telegram so that you are not going to miss out from my entry from next year. Thank you.